Okay, welcome back. Now in this video we will start about the biochemical cycles, and we will talk of the water cycle and the nitrogen cycle in this particular video, and then we'll take up further. Okay, so a biochemical cycle refers to the natural cycle of the earth through which a chemical substance or matter moves through the biotic and abiotic components of the earth. It means there's always an interaction of these components with each other, and they form a stable system in the biosphere. So in other words, there's a movement of matter from the abiotic components to the biotic components, and then back to the abiotic components. Like for an example, plant will take minerals and water from the atmosphere, from the atmosphere, hydrosphere, lithosphere. So the plant gets its nutrition from the abiotic factors. The plant is a biotic factor. When the plant dies, it decays, and again everything goes back to the abiotic component. So there's a cyclic nature. So that's why they are called biochemical cycles. There are four main biochemical cycles. They are called bio-geo. Why? Because biotic to abiotic. The chemical flow will be from biotic to abiotic. So it's bio-geochemical cycle. We have the water cycle, nitrogen cycle, carbon cycle, and oxygen cycle. Let us do these two cycles in this video. So let us talk of the water cycle first. Water cycle refers to the continuous movement of water from the sky to the ground and then back again to the sky. So water cycle can be divided into different stages. First is the stage of evaporation, where water from the earth evaporates into water vapor and travels to the atmosphere. So earth se atmosphere tak. Then condensation. The water cools down and forms clouds up in the atmosphere. Then we have rainfall, snowfall, that's called precipitation, right? The water then falls back to the ground, right? So it comes back to the ground. It can be in the form of rain or snow or sleet or hail. In short, many different ways, but the water from the atmosphere will now come back to the earth. The water that falls on the earth and travels through different pathways before it finally falls back into the sea and ocean via river. Right, so now what will happen? The water will now fall on the earth. It travels through different pathways, and now ultimately it goes into sea and ocean. Again, the whole process will keep on occurring. Some water is utilized by the plants, animals, human beings present on the earth. Again, we lose water, and the journey of water continues in the form of a water cycle. See, something like this. Very simple diagrams just showing water enters this water bodies, right? From the sea and oceans, the collection of water, it evaporates, it forms clouds, condenses. Clouds will precipitate and come down as rainfall. This rainfall now will either collect as snow, rain or snow, right? Rainfall or snowfall. It will collect as snow on the mountain tops. So the snow will melt, or the rainfall will fall, the streams will fall, the rivers will form, and again it goes back to the water bodies. In middle of it, we can do agriculture, we can use it for industries, we can use it for our survival, animals use it, and the whole cycle again goes. Some water will go into the ground, underground water. Right? This may also come out, or we may use it. Human beings extract this by our wells and again use it, and the cycle of water goes on and on and on. Okay, now let's do the main cycle, the nitrogen cycle. It's a little complex. Water cycle was very easy. Nitrogen cycle a bit complex. So nitrogen cycle refers to the passage of nitrogen in the atmosphere, where it transforms from simple elemental form to complex molecules and vice versa. So from atmosphere to the lithosphere, from lithosphere back to the atmosphere, that is the nitrogen cycle. What is the importance of nitrogen? So see, nitrogen is present 78% in the air. It forms a neutral medium for air. It's a very important part for of proteins and amino acids, and it is the main component of DNA and RNA. DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid. Our genetical code is made from DNA, and RNA is ribonucleic acid, which are amino acids and proteins are made from this. So it's a common element found in alkaloids and urea also. Now let's talk of the different phases of the nitrogen cycle. Very first phase, from the atmosphere, nitrogen has to come down to the land, right? So from the atmosphere, where nitrogen is 78%, this is an R, 78%, some nitrogen will have to come to the soil or soil and water. Okay, so from atmosphere to the lithosphere and hydrosphere. This is done by first nitrogen fixation. Nitrogen generally exists in its inherent form. Inherent form means gaseous form, nitrogen form, N2 form. But in order to be accessed by most living organisms, it must be converted into organic form. Organic form would be nitrates, or we can say in amino acids form, right? In the form of amino acids. This process of conversion of nitrogen into organic form is called nitrogen fixation. There are two types of nitrogen fixation. One is biological nitrogen fixation. It takes place with the help of certain bacteria that are present in the soil or the roots of the plants, mainly leguminous plants, pulses, right? Leguminous plants, or sometimes they live in association with some other plants. These microorganisms, called nitrogen fixing microorganisms, convert nitrogen into nitrates and nitrites. So nitrogen into nitrates and nitrites, first step. For example, rhizobium and cyanobacteria, these two are bacteria, rhizobium and cyanobacteria, that also called Anabaena. That cyanobacteria is also called Anabaena. These are nitrogen fixing bacteria. What do? They take nitrogen from the atmosphere and give it to the soil in the form of nitrates and nitrites. Second type of fixation is physical nitrogen fixation. There are two ways. One is natural, by lightning, right? So that is fixation by lightning, natural way. The temperature and pressure on the earth rise during lightning, which results in the formation of nitrogen oxides. See, during lightning, nitrogen of atmosphere and oxygen of the atmosphere, due to the temperature and pressure, combine to form nitrogen oxides, different NO, NO2, N2O, there are many different types of nitrogen oxides. These oxides dissolve in water. So something like this, let us say NO2 and water will now form nitric acid, HNO3, right? And they form nitric acids, which fall on land along with rainfall, and so we get nitrogen in the form of acids. Second is industrial nitrogen fixation. So industrial processes such as the creation of ammonia and nitrogen rich fertilizers also lead to nitrogen fixation. The next step is nitrification. The ammonia present in the soil is then converted into nitrates and nitrites by bacteria. Bacteria like Nitrobacter, that is called a nitrifying bacteria, and this process of converting ammonia into nitrates is called nitrification. So ammonia, that is NH3, it is converted into nitrates, right? Nitrogen oxides and other compounds, right? So this is called nitrification. Next step is assimilation. The various nitrogen compounds are then utilized by plants and animals, because plants take nitrogen from the soil, animals eat plants. So plants form amino acids with these nitrites and nitrates. The amino acids are further used to make proteins in plants, and this is called the process of assimilation. So from the soil, nitrogen now compounds reaches the plants, and from the plants it now reaches the animals. Then next stage is ammonification. It's a reverse process now. When plants and animals die, or when their waste is excreted, the nitrogen present in the organic matter, means in the form of proteins and amino acids, now again enters the soil. At this time, the decomposers present in the soil break down these nitrogen compounds into ammonia. So now ammonification is breaking of the amino acids. Or let us take a further process. The proteins are broken into amino acids, which are further broken into ammonia compounds. This process is called ammonification. Right? This can further be, now this is released. Ammonia is again the nitrogen denatrifying bacteria, which will again release nitrogen now into the atmosphere. So Bacillus and Clostridium are the common ammonifying bacteria. So now we have denitrification. See, in wet soils it becomes difficult for the microorganisms to breathe. So a special type of bacteria called denitrifying bacteria convert the nitrate oxides present in the soil into oxygen and nitrogen. So again what happens? The nitrate oxides, are converted into nitrogen. This is released back to the atmosphere. So oxygen is utilized by the organism in the soil, nitrogen is set free. This process is called denitrification. So nitrogen is given back to the environment. The Pseudomonas and Clostridium are denitrifying bacteria. So this entire is a nitrogen cycle. Let us see this by a diagram. Okay, see, atmospheric nitrogen is fixed, right, by the nitrogen fixation and enters the soil. From the soil, plants absorb this nitrogen compounds in the form of nitrates and nitrites and make food or prepare proteins, right? It's a building block. These proteins are used by animals as food. Okay, when plants die, right, ammonification will occur, where the complex proteins, plants or animals both, the complex proteins are broken into amino acids, which are further broken down into ammonia. Then there are some other bacteria, the denitrifying bacteria will break down ammonia into nitrates, nitrites and nitrates, which are further given back by the denitrification process, right? Again they are used by the soil again. See, they are used by the plants again. That's one way. Some nitrogen is the denitrifying bacteria release these nitrates back into the atmosphere. So atmosphere gains nitrogen again. The cycle, the two cycles, see, one cycle, the soil cycle will continue like this. Okay, the plants decay, plant animal decay, nitrogen compounds in the soil again are absorbed by plants. This is one. And second, some of nitrogen is given out into the atmosphere and it enters the atmosphere again, which are again brought back by nitrogen fixation, by atmospheric and industrial fixation. Okay, carbon cycle, let's do that in the next video. So meet you then, bye.